Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for this video I wanted to share with you the journals and the planners that I'll be using for 2020. So yeah, I have a stack here. I don't know if you can see, but I can lift it up. I can try to lift it up. This is my stack. And I kind of wanted to go through what all of them are, and yeah, so I guess I will just go through them here. There are some journals and planners that I either have already done a setup share video for, or that I'm going to do. So the ones that I have already done I will mention, and I'll leave links to all of those videos in the description box so you can check them out in depth. But yeah, this is going to be a really quick video because I don't really have very much journals and planners that I'm going to use for next year, but I just kind of wanted to come on because I always come on and tell you what I'm using. So for my main planner, my main planner that I put in my bag and I take with me everywhere I go, I'm going to continue using my A6. This is an A6 Foxy Fix in the Sage Spice leather, and it goes with me everywhere. This leather is getting really beat up. This little charm here is actually really scratching up the leather, but you know, the nature of this leather, it marks up easily, and I don't put it in any protective anything. It goes in my bag and that is it. I love A6. My first real Foxy Fix was an A6 because I think it was the Hobonichi that's this size. The Hobonichi never worked for me, but a monthly in an A6 size works. So that's what I've been using. If you remember the setup of this initially, I actually still have the notebook in here. It is this little notebook here, and how I keep it is just a regular monthly, and then I have notes and stuff. I have, let's see, I have random notes and lists in the back and stuff like that. So that's how this one was set up. But I actually made a planner because I was going to do the same thing. I was going to take one of these little Muji notebooks and just kind of decorate it and do draw out all of my months and stuff like that. But I decided to make it fancy and I made myself a journal, I guess a journal planner, journal thing. But I made myself this notebook here, and it has a fabric cover, and it's sort of it's literally like a junk journal. And what I did was I made a undated calendar and kind of scattered it throughout. So I'm definitely thinking about filming a more in-depth look or in-depth setup of this planner, but this is basically going to be my everyday carry planner. It's going to be in this TN, and I just kind of made it fun because, you know, this little notebook is more functional. It's just a monthly and then a bunch of lists in the back. But I kind of wanted to make something really pretty and fun and just kind of liven it up a little bit. And so that's this, and I am planning to do in-depth setup video of this one, so be on the lookout for that. So that is my A6 Foxy Fix in the Spice Sage leather, and it is my everyday carry. And so, okay, the next planner, because I think I'm gonna go over the planners first and then show you the journals that I'm going to be using. So the next planner that I have, I've already filmed kind of a flip through setup of it. It hasn't gone out yet. You're gonna see it soon. It's gonna come out soon. But it is of this planner here, and this is a personal sized KikK planner. This is from their lilac and the gold diamonds range. This is when they made their time planners with the oh my god, with this little band. This is actually surprisingly my favorite KikK planner that I have. I absolutely love this planner. I don't know what it is. I think the quality of the KikK planners sort of kind of went downhill after they stopped doing the time planners like this, because this is leather on the inside and on the outside. Now I think that the leather is only on the outside and then the inside is like a fabric. I have planners that are like that from KikK, but something about this one, it just feels so much more substantial because it's both. And I don't necessarily like the band, I don't really use it, but I love the planners that have the band because even though this is a personal size, I can put personal wide inserts in here. And so this one, again, I have like a full in-depth setup video coming for this one. This one, I have set it up like this. I use some Cocoa Vanilla Studio. This is the Midnight collection in here, along with some Felicity Jane papers and stuff. But I didn't really decorate it too much because this is going to be my content planner. So like my blog, social media content planner. This is where I've been planning all of my video content, all the stuff that I want to go on the blog, some new classes, new journaling classes that I'm like thinking about and like in the works and stuff like that. And so yeah, everything goes in here. And so that is this planner. So I've been using this to like plan everything, and so it's gonna come with me into the new year because it's been working really well. And yeah, I've been enjoying using it separately from like my everyday planner. That's for like personal things and like other work stuff, but this is for like my Ariel Lovely stuff. And so that is this one. It's a Kiki K personal. So I think in the Kiki K website this will be a medium, like in the Kiki K sizes, but it's a personal size planner, and I actually have personal wide inserts in here. I think they're personal wide. They're like, I think the size that I really like is like a between personal wide and a B6 slim. So they're not as wide as personal wide, but they're not as slim as a B6 slim. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but I've been calling them personal wide because they're closer to a personal wide insert, and they fit perfectly here. I have put my tabs on the top, so that way when it closes, there's nothing like overhang, but since it doesn't have like the strappy thingy, you know, it just works really well, and I really love it. So that's this one. And for like the last planner, it's like, I don't really use it as a planner, it's not a planner, but again, if you've been following me long enough, you would know about Susanna Conway, and every year she gives out a kind of like a start of the year workbook. It's called Unravel Your Year, and she kind of guides you looking back on your year and then looking forward at the year ahead. And so this was this year's little workbook, and I put it in here. But next year's workbook will be in here, and hopefully she releases those soon. Normally she releases them in December at some point. Like literally, like I think it's in December, right before the new year. But yeah, I will be printing mine out. I'll be putting it into this planner. This is an A5 Carpe Diem, Simple Stories Carpe Diem. This was like their first release because it has the fabric on the inside. Now the new ones, they don't have fabric. It's all like the faux leather. But yeah, this is that one. I actually filled a planner up, an A5 planner up already with older workbooks and journaling and stuff for the Unravel Your Year. And so this one's new. I started this one this year. Well, last year, the ending of last year, December 2018, for 2019. And so basically, this is a planner that I only use at like the ending of a year, starting of the new year. So it literally, I would fill it out. I would fill out the workbook in December and maybe reflect on it in January. But other than that, I don't look at it again until December of that year. So I will get the workbooks December of this year, 2019, and I would fill it out between, you know, December 2019, January 2020, and then I won't look at it again until December 2020. So yeah, it's not like a planner that I use like all year round. So I just kind of want to pop in and show that because that's something that I always go to like kind of around this time of the year and the beginning of the new year. So if Susanna Conway releases that workbook prior to me putting this video up, I will definitely leave a link in the description box down below so you can find that workbook. But I would definitely leave a link to her website, and yeah, so maybe you can just kind of follow along, and she'll definitely release it in December. But that is what this planner is for. Okay, so those are the planners that I'm using, basically just two, and then the one that I just use for like, you know, that one time in the year. But my everyday carry and then my vlog content planner. My journals now, this one you've already seen because I showed a setup of it and how I'll be using it for NaNoWriMo, but NaNoWriMo is like coming to a close. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop using this journal, and that is my Basic Slim Traveler's Notebook that I've set up to be my writing journal. And yeah, I kind of want to continue with my story after NaNoWriMo, and this is where everything's in, and so I will probably periodically be going back to this journal and kind of working on my story that way. So I decided to kind of throw this one in here as journals that I'll be using in the new year because, again, I will be continue writing my story after NaNoWriMo. And so yeah, so that's this one. It's really simple. I already have a setup of this, and you can see how I've been using it, and yeah. So that's that one. And then the last journal, because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be making journals, you know, like one-off art journals and stuff like that. I don't really have one journal that I use throughout the year. Usually I don't. I kind of like, depending on like messy seasons and stuff like that, I will like make specific journals for a specific project and just like work in that for that project, and then when that's over, I don't work in the journal again. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more journals than this one, but one journal that I know for sure definitely will see me throughout the year is, of course, my unraveling journal. So I'm pretty sure I did a video on this at the beginning of this year, 2019, and I will leave a link to that in the description box as well. But I didn't fill this up for this year. I basically filled up one signature. So this journal I made, and it has two signatures in it, and I made it like in a junk journal style, and the entire year I filled up in one signature. So basically I've been using this as a one little word journal / unraveling. The whole unraveling concept comes from Susanna Conway and all that, and like her class and stuff like that. I don't think she offers the class anymore on her site. As I'm filming this, she might offer like a different iteration of it towards the ending of this year, but so by the time this video goes up, she might already have it out. But if she does, again, I'll leave all the links down below. But basically it's my introspective journal. I don't really share what I write in here. I share the process of me like decorating the pages and stuff, but not so much the journaling. I call it unraveling because the whole concept is sort of looking at your life and sort of unraveling the layers of yourself to get to know yourself and to grow from that like understanding of yourself. And then I document my one little word in here because I think that the one little word, that whole concept and idea to have a word that guides you up the year, does the same thing. You know, you pick a word that sort of encompasses a focus that you want to kind of focus on in your life and sort of be mindful of in your life, and you document it, and you document your journey with that word and see your growth from the start of the year to the end of the year. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept as an unraveling, you know, thing. So yeah, this is my I call it my unraveling journal because that's what it is. And yeah, so the entire year, I have an entire year in here, and it fit one signature. And so I'm going to continue in the same journal because I really want to fill up my journals. You know, I've been on that, like, I don't want to leave an empty journal. And if the one signature filled up 2019, I'm pretty sure the second signature, in like the pace that I've been kind of writing in here, will fill up the second signature for 2020. I don't write in here every day. I only write in here, I usually do like a monthly recap. I just kind of journal about things that either happened in the month, or that I learned about myself in the month, or that I've been pondering about myself that month. And so I only write in here when I need to write in here. I don't write in here every single day. Sometimes, some months I'll have like 2 different entries from that same month. It's just because something happened, or I was thinking of something, or, you know, something like very profound and like growth worthy, and just, you know, just, I don't want to say epiphanies that I've had about myself, but those types of things. Whenever those moments happen, I sit down and write in here. So that's why I only filled up one signature, because not, you know, that doesn't really happen all the time. It just, you know, happens. When it happens, that's when I, you know, I gotta pull this out and gotta write it in. And so I think I'll fill up the second signature in 2020, and then that would be my unraveling for 2 years in this one journal. And I'm pretty sure like it's pretty full for the one, and so it's gonna get like twice the size of this by the ending of 2020. So this is the only journal that I know for sure that I'm going to be keeping in 2020, and it's just kind of traveling with me to here. But again, I'm probably going to have more journals that I'm going to be creating next year, only because like if I go on a trip, I'll do a travel journal. If I'm doing like following a Get Messy season, that will have its own art journal. And so I do like little journals of the year. What I should really do is sort of like maybe do a recap of like all the journals that I made each year. That would be really interesting to see at the end of the year. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, because I do individual flip throughs of journals that I've completed throughout the year, but like to see like a kind of like an array of journals that I finished and created that year, that would be something really cool to start doing actually. But yeah, so that is that. Those are my journals and my planners that I am using for 2020. I have like, there's not many, there's really only 4. Like, I'm not counting the A5 where I have the unraveling workbook, and I'm counting it for this video just to show you that I'm also using that, but it's not a journal that I will be using throughout the year or anything like that. I have, yeah, just writing journal, my unraveling journal, my Kiki K content planner, and then my everyday carry, which is this one. And so yeah, very, very small collection of things, and that's what I'll be using. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what sort of planners, journals that you'll be using next year. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.